Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. We're about to resume after the intermission end from last time. I have no idea what's going to happen, so let's find out together, shall we? Yeah, because last time we ended up on the Courageous, and I guess we're going to have a meeting or something? Norsha Province Airspace. Okay. Valmar is safe for the time being, I'm assuming.
If that is all, I will return to a state of inactivity.
That's fine.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
I'm pretty sure some of our stuff will come up as well, so... Be ready, Valimar.
Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the Azure Knight, my way.
Definitely.
Don't worry, I will. We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long as we're all together, I know I can get stronger.
Hopefully before the end of this game.
I eagerly await your results.
Looks like he went to sleep.
How many more times are you going to say that?
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh?
Yeah.
I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
You're a prince. How are you not legend yourself?
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you. Really.
If they didn't come, you'd be screwed, Rean.
And that goes for everyone else, too. Thanks for coming to rescue me, guys.
Of course they would come.
We're just happy you're okay.
Just don't scare us like that again, alright?
I just hope Rean could better use his abilities now. That'd be really cool if he could do that.
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
And yet you somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
I would say unscathed. We ran into some difficult
You
fights.
make it sound like it was easy.
Yeah, it was not easy, uses.
Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it.
Did we?
So funny enough,
Oh, yeah.
I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
I still was hoping the game would give me a choice, but apparently not.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
Where the positive? You got the princess back?
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
We gotta figure out what we're gonna do after this.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
I'd like to follow Reen's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well. Thank you, all of you. And, dear brother, it's a relief to see you safe and sound.
Not worry about Cedric?
Though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
I mean, I guess Cedric's still being held under duress or something, I don't know.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, just in the nick of time, I'll give you that.
My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them.
Okay, no need to be too fancy.
Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
Not necessary.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Well, it's probably not impossible.
It would be worth the effort, though.
Now you're just being silly.
Sounds about right for our prince.
Well, at the very least, I'd say we're clear of any immediate danger.
Unless they choose to follow us.
And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information.
Yeah, that would be best.
But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
I thought I heard Toa's voice last time.
Reen!
Yeah, it sounds like Toa. And George, too. Alright. How'd they get out of the university?
Toa! George! I thought I heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel, so you were on board too?
Apparently.
You bet. Good to see you, Ring.
She looks so upset, like sad. Okay, calm down, Toa.
Whoa!
It's really you. You're really okay. No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance.
Well, I guess sort of went voluntarily, but yeah.
We've been so worried about you.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, Toa. But I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay.
I very much like to know how.
Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista.
When you think about it, we've been running into students all over the damn place, over in the different towns. So how did the two of them get out of there?
And it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
You know, there's always stories like, yeah, I was with somebody, but we got separated. You know, it happened like 3 times when we talked to other students. It's kind of weird.
Oh. You remembered. You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't.
Oh yeah, now I remember that conversation.
We still need to work on that one. But I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
He definitely isn't.
See? Reen's a guy you can count on.
Alright, so I gotta figure out what we're gonna do next, guys.
Nice to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... Well, here you are.
Still no match for the other night, though.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
That's what I want to know.
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting.
Please do.
There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready.
So we're gonna have time to walk around and talk to people? Or not. Okay, I know this is the command deck. Okay, I don't get to walk around and talk to people. We're straight to the meeting. Sharon, you can sit down too if you want. There's a seat right there for you.
Courageous began its independent operations right before Heimdall was first occupied. I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount Xseed.
Was it too late to inform the rest of your family about what was impending?
And we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
Yeah, I know that much.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
How'd you get out of there?
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous's timely appearance.
You'd all be dead. Crow would have killed you, probably.
What have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Yeah, it has been a month and a half, right?
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit.
That's kind of unbelievable.
And we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
That's a lot of searching.
George and I haven't been here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
That's cool.
He did?
I hope he's still alright.
You mean Van Dyke? He's probably still at the Trista, right?
By the way, what happened to Major Vander?
Wasn't he at Gorelia Fortress?
You two are always joined at the hip.
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Alas, he is currently indisposed. His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia.
Yeah, makes sense.
They're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
Right, getting Neidhart with confused with Nelson. Sorry, guys.
With him too?
So he's over in the west now.
They both have Major in their titles, so maybe I just got them confused. I'm sorry.
I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Not really, but if you say so.
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Hyarm's Sutherland province, along with Duke Cayenne's Lemaire province.
Yeah, we're vastly outnumbered, I'm assuming.
The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
Correct. A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact.
We're all separated, right?
But the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I could see that.
On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
I could see that as well.
That's terrible.
What can you do? It's war.
I
hurt as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
I don't know what they're planning, but they just want to wipe everybody out. In
Yeah,
November.
but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
So what's our next step?
Right.
Viscount.
But that means we're uncertain what course to pursue now.
That's a very good point. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do either.
And having said that, we have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really.
Go ahead.
With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war,
Yes.
what exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
Didn't Craig ask us that same question before?
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Reen was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
I don't think it would come up with any more ideas. I wouldn't have an idea either. Oh, the music's stopping.
This is a full-on war, and our fellow Erebonian countrymen stand on both sides.
Yeah, it's a major problem with the Civil War.
No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves.
I mean, you're strong, but you're not that strong.
Still, during our field studies, we found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again.
That is true.
And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this. A part only we can play.
Perhaps.
We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance.
Definitely not.
But together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
We'll see.
That was wonderful, Reen.
You still haven't figured out what exactly you're going to do, though. It's a good idea, but we need a plan, though.
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons.
Are we gonna split up now?
Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish. But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands.
So what are we going to do?
And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes, we want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can.
Again, good intentions, but we still need a plan, goddammit.
I think I speak for everyone in Class 7 when I say that.
Well, I'd hope you would.
You bet.
Okay then.
I agree completely.
Sure.
We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
Sure.
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
As Reen said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every intention of following it.
So am I just gonna follow Reen this whole time? We're gonna split up into groups? I don't know what's gonna happen.
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
When is war ever not a pain, P?
No biggie. We're Class 7. Throw in a few of Reen's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
Look at you kids.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
I haven't.
That's the Class 7 I'm proud to serve.
And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way. Everyone at Thor's has something to bring to the table.
I just lost it. Where the hell did Patrick end up?
Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
I was wondering a lot about him. Like, we haven't seen a peep from him since this game started.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
I don't remember that.
The words of Dreikel's the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves.
We definitely are.
And it's true that Thor students are scattered all over the country right now.
Yes.
But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too, and they feel the exact same way that you guys do.
Perhaps, again.
I understand. Your Highness.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction.
Why did the music stop again?
But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take. If you would do the honors, Captain.
So where are we going?
As you wish. We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you.
That's a bit of a responsibility.
From here on
to say
out,
very
the
least.
Courageous is yours to command as you see fit.
I don't feel comfortable with that much power in my hand.
What? Father, would you mind elaborating?
What's there to elaborate? He's gonna let us use the ship to go wherever we want.
It means exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, I got that much.
The operation of this ship will be left entirely to your discretion.
Please tell me I get a chance so I can go openly explore now.
I imagine your journey to make a difference in this war needs a home base to begin from.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see in the first game. Like, start from here, go here, 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 here at your own free will. But I don't know if this game is going to do that or not.
Well, yes, but
it'd be a nice change of pace.
And
I'll
what will
admit.
you do?
We plan to disembark and make our way to the western provinces.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Once there, we'll begin working with the 7th Armored Division and the other neutral forces in the region. The intention is to ensure that as few innocents as possible are harmed by this conflict.
Well, good luck with that, Chief.
I was actually worried this airship might prove a bit too conspicuous to aid us in pursuing that goal.
Well, yeah, it's pretty gigantic.
But
so.
with us headed west, we'd be leaving all of eastern Erebonia in your hands.
See, here's the thing. I don't know how big Erebonia is. Like, is it the size of the United States? The size of the Russian? Is it the size of Brazil? I have no idea.
Wow.
I imagine it's pretty damn big, though.
I see. That does make the most logical sense.
Kinda. If we've got the Courageous, we could give our third faction some real weight. Neither side could afford to ignore us.
I just hope this ship is heavily armed. That's all I care about.
I'm not even sure the guild could come up with a plan this wild.
Well, it's fair to say I've learned a lot from the way the guild's members handle things, yourself included. Oh, and Alphen?
Don't tell me she's gonna join the group.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you to remain on board the Courageous as well.
You need a weapon, Alphen.
This ship is technically the property of the Arner household, fathers in particular.
I don't know. I mean, if she could get a weapon, sure. If not...
It should give them a certain freedom to act if they have concrete backing from a member of the Imperial family.
Monster Brothers will. Just say yes.
I'd be happy to.
Cool.
Henceforth, I, Princess Alphen Rysei Arnor, will guarantee the legitimacy of their actions.
Cool.
So do whatever you see fit to do. You have my full support.
Great.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Wow!
We're truly honored to have you with us.
But please, get a weapon or something.
No turning back now.
yeah, seriously.
What's our first step? Well, there's a nod of approval.
We hereby humbly accept custody of the Courageous.
Please, leave Eastern Erebonia to us.
We'll be counting on you then.
I'm looking forward to toasting your future successes.
We still can't drink, you know. Not old enough. Please tell me I get to fly the ship wherever I want to now. On that day, Class 7 was entrusted with the day-to-day running of the Courageous. Viscount Xseed and Prince Oliver decided they would disembark near Wagram and travel to western Erebonia across the lake. Just the two of them? After receiving the bare minimum of instructions on how to operate the ship, why just the bare minimum? Just give us the whole goddamn manual. Its bright-eyed new owners set course for Evil Highway? Any reason we're going there? That's right outside Regram, isn't it? I imagine it's still going to be the same linear setup like before, but I don't know. You never know. It would be nice if they gave us some freedom.
I'm leaving you in charge of the Courageous' day-to-day operations.
You sure Toa knows how to operate this thing?
I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
Why Toa of all people?
It would be an honor.
I know she's a second year, right? But all right, that's one hell of a promotion. I'll give him that. Okay, you couldn't voice that? So, how do I look? You look fine. Wow, it really does suit you. Yeah, the size is just right, too. Fortunately, I had a spare on hand that was a size smaller. How fortunate, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It is quite fortunate. Kind of like a cute mascot, like a human Mishi. Don't insult her. Perhaps we should capitalize on this opportunity with an irresistible line of Captain Toa merchandise. No. That sounds like a wonderful idea. You're just gonna embarrass her now. Oh, you two are terrible. Gotta say, the hat's a nice touch, Toa. It really suits you. Yup, you definitely look the part of a captain with it. I think things will be just fine here in our absence. Yeah, you guys won't be needing us around much longer. Oh, they're leaving. So you guys are taking off then? Oh, okay. You'll be disembarking together with Father, yes? Yeah, it was nice to help out until you guys got back here together again. But now you are, there's no use to be sticking around. Can I get your accessories back first? With the situation to the west what it is, I've decided to help out over there instead. Okay, I appreciate the honesty, but I want your accessories back. Oh, I intend to return to commanding the RMP. Alright, fair enough. I barely even used you. I believe that's the best way I can contribute to bringing this war to an end. Well, hopefully. We understand. Bye-bye, Claire. If you bump into Lecter somewhere, make sure you say hi for me. I'll be sure to do so. I have been entrusted with a number of research tasks by Chairman Arena, as it so happens. Oh, so we know where she is? So this is farewell for now. That doesn't sound shady at all. But, well, stay safe, alright? Whether you're a member of Ouroboros or not, it'll never change how our family's made. Oh my. I'm touched to hear you say so. Please, my lady, take care of yourself. Still, let's keep in touch, okay? Definitely. I'm gonna keep gathering as much info as I can through the Guild's intelligence network. It's not like Ereboni is the only place where strange stuff's going down now. True. I'm particularly concerned about what's happening over in Crossbow. Anyway, I'll leave that to you. Give my regards to Miles. You know it. Thanks for everything that you've done for us. I'm sure that we wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for your help. Definitely not. Hey, don't need to get all stiff all of a sudden. You're embarrassing me. We may be working separately from now on, but I intend to do all I can to aid you in the future. Great. Take care, everyone.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now.
Now the voices come back. Great.
Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
I am sort of glad the two of them aren't just leaving on their own. That'd be really suicidal.
May the goddess be with you.
Even though he is a Viscount and everything.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Stay alive till then, please.
Good luck, Father.
So they said they're going by the water. They're gonna take a boat or something? I don't know. I guess it's not that important. There we go. Here they stay.
Well, there they go.
Hey, that's my wine.
You think they'll be okay on their own?
Debatable.
Only the goddess herself knows for certain. Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Not worried about yourselves?
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
I really hope you guys are getting back your accessories up.
Well, well, aren't we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite.
Also, your quartz for that matter, too.
I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The old guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant.
Okay. What?
Speaking of the old guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
I don't know.
Yes, he was.
Okay then.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
What does that have to do with anything, though?
Was he now?
He and I may have had our differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing.
Are you aware of all the shady shit he's done throughout the years?
I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
Like Claire.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him. But there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Try telling that to Vulcan.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdall under the Alliance's thumb.
Yeah, it's pretty
Are
bad.
you able to find out where his funeral was held?
I didn't know if they held a funeral.
Actually...
What? What?
Captain?
Is something amiss?
Oh god, what's happening?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue.
Don't tell me he's still alive.
I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied.
Okay.
But then after that,
What?
it simply disappeared at some point.
Okay, that makes no goddamn sense.
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I don't know.
I'm afraid I don't know.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird mystery.
It is possible that the Intelligence Division did something to that effect.
But why?
A disappearing corpse is certainly cause for concern.
Are they gonna try and resurrect him or something?
It's
I don't know.
difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
I mean, either way, he took a bullet right to the heart. From what I could tell from the size of that gun, it was at least a 50 caliber. So, yeah, he ain't walking away from that.
Unbelievable. I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave.
Yeah, he
He had
definitely
so
could
many
not survive
plots
that.
in motion. I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
Okay, so what were we gonna do with Class 7? I'm very curious. Okay, 2 days after. Touring Erebonia 1. Alright. Just give me free reign of this thing to go anywhere. Give me aerial combat too, and I'll be happy.
No change in weather or wind direction since entering Kreutzen provincial airspace.
Oh, we're entering Croatian airspace?
We are currently cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH.
They must be pretty damn quick, because I'm not sure what SPH is.
Nothing abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
Detour around the Twin Dragons Bridge, staying within the clouds. Take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
What are we doing?
She's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
Who could have guessed?
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
See?
That's just one of her many charms.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Is this when the game actually gets started?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now all that remains is to do it.
Show me where I can go. Oh, previous day.
Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's out of the way.
Okay.
And whatever we decide, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still,
Gotta figure out our first
I
step.
think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
Damn straight.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But, in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Erebonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
Yeah, we don't want to risk getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
Doesn't this ship have any guns on it?
It's sad to think how we barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
Go ahead.
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want.
Go with the flow,
I
right?
lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
I know you hate
Slacker.
Claire.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but
I think you're talking about Claire.
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Xseed School of Quartzmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
You're not helping
I
Million.
was kidding. In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out.
Cool.
Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Of course.
You almost sound like an instructor for once.
Just once.
Getting back to the matter at hand. We don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now?
Come again?
I don't understand either.
I assume what would be our overall goal. Something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve it?
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's easier to get motivated when you have a specific goal in mind.
It is true.
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember?
I guess.
The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
I see. That makes sense.
We did spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
we were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it.
Yeah.
And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
I'm pretty sure everybody here just wants an end to the war, but fuck knows how we're gonna accomplish that.
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
What does that mean?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
You wanna go with the Trista
I
first?
wonder what's happening there.
Probably nothing good.
Toa, George. The Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
As far as we know,
That's
yes.
right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but
Was it like a dictatorship?
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country.
Yeah, I knew that.
Now, most of the upper class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
Also, Patrick is still there, probably.
Alright then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
Really?
That sounds good to me.
Sounds pretty bold.
The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport, but we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
Yeah, but it's probably heavily guarded at
And
this
whatever
point.
information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
I don't know.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though.
Fee's got the right idea.
no doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are going to be rock solid.
So what do we do?
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
Yeah, the ideals are there, but the process...
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
We'll see.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity.
Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point.
We were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out. And hey, if we all thought about it, what's to stop the others from thinking it too?
Well, the fact that we can't communicate with them, I
So
guess.
if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the academy, why not go and ask them to join us?
They're all scattered, though. How are we gonna get everybody?
I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
Yeah, that, again, agreed, but...
That's a great idea!
I'm just so confused.
We'll be sure to keep an eye out.
I'm really confused how the game is going to function at this point. Is it going to be more like go here, go there at your own free will, or is it going to be like the linear structure that's been ever since?
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side, the higher chance we stand of making Trista and the Academy our home again.
Okay.
And I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it.
I know the feeling, actually.
I mean, if not us, then who else?
Everything works for me. I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Agreed. To wrap all this up,
We're gonna find more people and take back the academy.
we'll use the Courageous as our base, and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia. Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out as we can.
Hopefully they'll agree to
All
this.
for the sake of our primary goal, taking back Thor's military academy.
Okay, so that's the final goal, gotcha. Or the primary, whatever you want to call it. Well, I suppose what we need to decide next is where we should head for first, right? Yeah, we don't have any places that we can go at the moment, but there's Ogram, Ymir, the North Highlands. We're able to land at the 4th Armored Division's base too, right? I guess so. Yeah, I asked Dad about that yesterday, and he's fine with it. Probably better for us to swing by all of them once, really. Oh, almost forgot. What'd you forget? Prince Oliver sent you a few requests to take care of. Oh! Side quest? Main quest? I don't know. Oh joy. The details are all right behind you. Behind us? Oh. It's like the whiteboard from Cybersurf. Oh, there's an orbital computer here. I've only ever really used one in class. No need to fear, technology doesn't bite. Plus, it'll be easier in the long run for you to grab stuff from there. So go on, take a look. Sure. I would do just that. Or it'll automatically do that for me. Oh, lucky us. These are made by the Epstein Foundation, so they're identical to the ones we use in class. That's convenient. Tap. There we go. Something's popped up. So this is how everything's displayed. The Intelligence Division has some of these too, I think. Ooh. Let's go for all of these. A large mysterious monster has appeared on the Highlands. We would ordinarily have asked Lacan to take care of it, but he's out on patrol and can't be reached. Would you be willing to defeat it for us in Xseed? If so, you can find me talking with Gwyn in the lakeside cabin, Elder Ivan. Alright. I figured out where a few 4 students are. I know it's important to get them to join us, but I just want to make sure our first years are safe. You'll be checking on Monica, Mint, Casper, and Vivi. I'm sure they'd all make great additions to the crew. The terminal on the bridge will tell you just where you can find them. Thanks. Okay, 2 optional, without leave. A civilian we had taken into our protective custody has vanished. Would you be willing to offer us a few more sets of eyes as we look for him? Speak with me at the camp for further details, Craig. And... Badass in Danger. Patriot's in trouble. Those damn noble soldiers, they... Damn it. I'll tell you at the end of a gram, okay? Hurry up and get over here. Cargo. Okay. There's one from Nord, one from Wagram, one from Guerrilla's Proving Ground. Seems like we got plenty of work in store for us all over the country. Yeah. Now I wish it were my imagination, but I think I saw a depressingly familiar name on one of them as well. I'm kind of worried about the one Dad sent us. I don't think we can ignore that unusual monster that's appeared in Nord either. Prince Oliver took the time to gather and send all these to us himself? Apparently. Wow, how do you manage to do that? He just left for Western Erebonia. He's got plenty of connections, especially through the Bracer Guild. He said he's going to keep finding stuff like this that he thinks you can handle and send them your way. How many you end up doing is up to you, but I recommend taking care of the more urgent ones at least. Yeah, we have to. Understood. I don't think any of us mind one bit. Indeed. It helps bring focus to our goal of touring the region and helping those in need. With that being said, I would assume checking the safety of our fellow forest students is our top priority. I took the liberty of giving you that one myself. Alright. We're slowly getting information in on where other forest students could be. Anytime we find something, we'll update the computer. And who knows? Maybe they'll be willing to join us too. No, it just reminds me of the opening cutscene where the Courageous is on the ground, all the students have their hands in the air. Now it's starting to make a bit more sense. How convenient. I'm suddenly very grateful for those classes. I guess we'll be checking this thing pretty often. Well, I think that's almost everything. When you decide where you want to go first, let me know, okay? Oh, and George is hard at work setting up an orbital factory the ship's hold. So if you need any modifications made to your Arcus or any quartz, you can sort those out there. Alright? While you're at it, it's worth checking out the other facilities on board too. Other facilities? It's not much now while we're short on staff, but I'm sure any students we recruit will get creative with their space. Might as well. Still, do you guys mind if we figure out who's going to be making up our active party when we disembark first? Actually, if we're doing that now, would you mind including me? I'd like to see that strange monster from the Highlands request myself. I don't mind at all. That sounds fair. I can come with you if you need a hand too. You just let me know if I'm needed, okay? Sure. Thanks, instructor. Now, let's see. It is temporarily not possible to remove guys from the party. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so I need 2 regular party members and 2 support. See, here's the thing. Does it pay to keep everyone leveled up evenly? Because I don't know what we're going to need specific characters or not. That's the thing. I guess at least on fee and backup. I mean, all the others are 75, so... I don't know. Emma? Hopefully this is the right thing to do. Is there a right thing to do? Is there a wrong thing to do? Who knows? Okay, let's get going. Right. Let's go, go, go. We're not doing the monster one first, are we? Act 2, The Awakening Lions. Can I save, please? I should probably do as the instructor recommends and tour the facilities on board at least once before disembarking. There's not much, but it'd be smart to go see George in the ship's hold and pay Valmar a visit. Might be good to see Princess Alphen too. You can now view the student info tab in your notebook. Okay, hold that thought. We are saving first and foremost. So they are going to let me explore places at my own free will now? That's pretty cool. I'm very happy they did that. Assuming that is what they're doing, I'm not sure yet. I won't know until I actually disembark the ship or something. So let's... Oh god, the ship is gigantic. They're not kidding with this. It has 5 floors? Holy shit. Well then. We got plenty to do here. It's a conference room, bridge, royal room, storage, nap room, weapons, medicine, infirmary, game room, kitchen, ref room, computer room, factory, and the whole. Jesus Christ. You're gonna have to wait for another video, guys, because my throat's about to give out again. Even though I had all that water, this constant talking really takes its toll on me, alright? Besides, we're about to hit 45 minutes. That's good enough for me, right? Thank you for watching. See you next time.